welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a book haul slash TBR list. I'm going to show you a ton of books I got recently and just some books that I've had that I haven't read yet. I'm also going to read my TBR list, which is on my phone, and it is extremely long for no reason. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. So first, I have The Summer of Broken Rules. I currently started this and I'm going to do a video where you're gonna read this with me. This book I didn't actually buy. My friend Marcella gave it to me because I didn't want to buy the book, but I also didn't want to read it on my phone, and I knew she had it, so I'm reading hers, and she has a bunch of annotations in there, so I'll be able to read what she thought about it too, basically. So this is about Meredith. She goes to this place for the summer every summer since she was like 8, I think. She recently lost her sister Claire. This is not a spoiler, by the way, it's on the back of the book. And just going back feels really weird for her. They're going for their cousin's wedding this time. Obviously, I don't know much about the book because I haven't read it, so I'm just going to read the back. It says, when Meredith Fox lost her sister Claire 18 months ago, she shut everyone out, but this summer she's determined to join the world again. The annual family vacation to Martha's Vineyard seems like the perfect place to reconnect. Her entire extended family is gathering for a big summer wedding, and although Meredith is dateless and after being unexpectedly dumped, she's excited to participate in the traditional Fox family game of assassin that will take place during the week of wedding festivities. Claire always loved the game, and Meredith is determined to honor her legacy. But when Meredith forms an alliance with a cute groomsman, she finds herself getting distracted. Meredith tries to focus on the game and win it for her sister, but she can't help falling for him, and as the week progresses, she realizes she's not only at risk of losing the game, but also her heart. This, very excited to finish reading. It's obviously a summer read. It's in the title, so I'm excited to read this book. I'm also reading It Happened One Summer on my phone. I don't completely know what it's about because I'm currently reading it. So far, it's about this girl named Piper that she is from LA, so she's very, fancy. She has that high class life, but she does something really bad after she got broken up with, and she went over the top with it, and her grandfather sends her to this place where it's like all fishermen, and it's like kind of like the Outer Banks, but where John B lives and all those people. That's kind of what it reminds me of. And her grandfather sent her there because that's where they were grown up, but they obviously don't remember. And they're sent there. She falls for a fisherman, but yeah, so far it's really good, but I'm reading it on my phone because I didn't want to get the actual book. So, next book is Every Summer After. This one I was dying to get the actual book of because I've been dying to read this, and I'm also waiting to read this during the summer. That's why I'm reading 2 books at a time, Summer of Broken Rules and It Happened One Summer, so that I could get through with these books. So the back, I'm going to read what the back is so we know what it's about. It says, 6 summers to fall in love, 1 moment to fall apart, a weekend to get it right. They say you can never go home again. And for Persephone, oh my god, this name. Is that her name? Is that the main character's name? Oh my god, that is her name. There's no way for the whole book she has to have a nickname. Ever since she made the biggest mistake of her life a decade ago, that has felt too true. Instead of spending glittering summers on the lake shore of her childhood, she stays home in a stylish apartment in the city, keeping everyone a safe distance from her heart. Until she receives a call that sends her racing back to Barry's Bay and into the orbit of Sam Florid, the man she never thought she'd have to live without. For 6 summers, through hazy afternoons on the water and warm summer nights working in his family's restaurant, Percy and Sam had been inseparable. Eventually, that friendship turned into something more before it fell spectacularly apart. I started reading really slow there because it said Percy, and I'm guessing that's her nickname, so I'm grateful that there's a nickname. When Percy returns to the lake for Sam's mother's funeral, their connection is as undeniable as it has always been. But until Percy can confront the decisions she's made, they'll never know where their love is bigger than the biggest mistakes of their past. I'm excited about this one, but I'm also kind of nervous. We'll see how this one goes, but excited to read that one. Next book is Book Lovers. This one is super popular now. It's by Emily Henry, one of my favorite authors. I just finished People We Meet on Vacation, actually, and I loved it so much. There were so many relatable things to the characters and just quotes that she would say that I was like, wow, I love her. Book lovers, I'm excited for this one because it's super popular now. The back says, Nora Stephen's life is books. She reads them on, and she is not that type of heroine. Not the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for are her clients, for whom she lands enormous deals as a cutthroat literary agent, and her beloved sister Libby, which is why she agrees to go to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina for the month of August when Libby begs her for her sister's trip away. With visions of a small town transformation for Nora, who's she... I'm so sorry, I can't read today. With visions of a small town transformation for Nora, who she's convinced needs to become the heroine in her own story, but instead of picnics and meadows or run-ins with a handsome country doctor or bulging four-armed bartender, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie Lasher, a bookish, brooding editor from back in the city. It would be a meet cute if not for the fact that they've met many times and it's never been cute. If Nora knows she's not an ideal heroine, Charlie knows he's nobody's hero. But as they are thrown together again and again in a series of coincidences no editor worth their salt would allow, what they discover might just unravel the carefully crafted stories they've written about themselves. That's pretty interesting. So I'm guessing they're both authors, is what it seems like, and that they write stories and then all of a sudden their stories are about them. But I'm excited for this one. Next book, I was never planning on getting. I don't think I was never planning on reading it, but it just wasn't on my top reads at all. Like I was like, I feel like I'm not gonna like this book. But Marcella, she got me into reading in the first place, and she said that this book was really good. She really liked it. She had just always said that she doesn't think I would like it because it's not the type of book that I would read, but she convinced me to get it because I have to at least see what it's about because it has so much hype. And it's The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Yeah, don't hate on me. It was never one of my top books to read, but I do really have to see what it's about because it has so much hype and I need to put my input and see if I like it or not. But it says, reclusive Hollywood icon Evelyn Hugo is finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. But when she chooses unknown magazine reporter Monique Grant to write her story, no one is more astonished. I don't know what it is about me today, but I just can't. Astounded than Monique herself. Determined to use this opportunity to jumpstart her career, Monique listens in fascination. From making her way to Los Angeles in the 1950s to leaving show business in the 80s, and of course the 7 husbands along the way. Evelyn unspools a tale of ruthless ambition, unexpected friendship, and a great forbidden love. But as Evelyn's story nears its conclusion, it becomes clear that her life intersects with Monique's own in tragic and irreversible ways. I mean, it seems interesting, but I'm just scared that I'm not gonna like it. Because everyone loves it, so then if I don't like it, then it's just like, you know? I'm kind of excited to read it, just to see what all of the hype is about. Next book I ordered online because I couldn't find it in the store and I really wanted to get the physical copy of it. I got this from Stephanie. I don't know if you guys know her. She's literally the book queen. But she was talking about this book and I really thought I would like it. It's something she had said that it like got me and I was like, I have to get this book. It's actually the same author as 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, so I think I'll probably read them back to back. The back says, in her 20s, Emma Blair. Oh my god, is the main character's name? The main character's name is Emma. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be great. In her 20s, Emma Blair marries her high school sweetheart Jess. They build a life for themselves far away from the expectations of their parents and the people of their hometown in Massachusetts. They travel the world together. Emma as a freelance writer, Jessie as a production assistant or nature documentaries, living life to the fullest and seizing every opportunity for adventure. On their first wedding anniversary, Jesse is on an assignment in the Aleutian Islands when his helicopter goes missing over the Pacific. Just like that, Jessie is gone forever. Emma quits her job and moves home in an effort to put her life back together. Years later, now in her 30s, Emma runs into an old friend, Sam, and finds herself falling in love again. When Emma and Sam get engaged, it feels like Emma's second chance at happiness. That is, until Jesse is found. He's alive and he's been trying to come home to her all these years. Emma now has a husband and fiance. Who is her one true love, and what does it mean to love truly? Emma knows she has to listen to her heart. She's not sure what it's saying. This This one sounds really crazy. This one I'm really excited for because it's just such a crazy like plot twist that it's like, what is she gonna do? Next is You Deserve Each Other. This one I'm pretty sure I also got from Stephanie, and I'm pretty sure she said something that I was like, damn, I can kind of relate to that. Maybe I should get this book. Again, don't remember what she said that got me hooked, but I'm gonna read the back. It says, meet Naomi and Nicholas, the perfect couple. Their glorious, lavish wedding is coming up 3 short months, and they are utterly miserably sick of each other. Unfortunately, whoever backs out first will end up bearing the brunt of the wedding bill. When Naomi finds out that Nicholas has been feigning contentment too, they go head to head in a battle of sabotage, pranks, and all-out emotional warfare to see who can annoy the other into surrendering first. Now that they have nothing... That's the timer for my cookies. I'll go get them out now. Now that they have nothing to lose, they're finally being themselves. In fact, they're having so much fun getting on each other's nerves that it starts to feel like something else entirely. So basically, I'm pretty sure they're already together, and then they're getting tired of each other, but they start to build it up, and they realize that they actually don't want to leave each other, which I think is so cute. So excited for this one. Okay, so next book is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. Marcella told me not to get this book, that she didn't think it was worth getting the physical copy, but I heard a lot about this on TikTok, that again, some things that were said that I was like, I could relate and just wanted to get it. Or maybe I'm just thinking about the wrong book. I don't know, because it says a young mother, I am no mother, so it says a young mother fights to earn a place in her child's life, but is there room for her? After serving 5 years in prison for a tragic mistake, Kenna Rowan returns to the town where it all went wrong, hoping to reunite with her 4-year-old daughter. But the bridges Kenna burned are proving impossible to rebuild. Everyone in her daughter's life is determined to shut Kenna out no matter how hard she works to prove herself. The only person who hasn't closed the door on her completely is Ledger Ward, a local bar owner and one of the few remaining links to Kenna's daughter. But if anyone were to discover how Ledger is slowly becoming an important part of Kenna's life, both would risk losing the trust of anyone important to them. The two form a connection despite the pressure surrounding them, but as their romance grows, so does the risk. Kenna must find a way to absolute the mistakes of her past in order to build a future out of hope and healing. This is kind of interesting because I guess it's like forbidden, like not forbidden like he's gonna get killed if he's with her, but it's like a risk because he knows that no one's gonna really like him if he gets with her. But I'm interested. Prison for a tragic mistake and no one likes her. This is gonna be interesting. Next book that I have heard only bad things about, really. It's only been recently that I've been hearing bad things about it, and I've had this book for such a long time, but I'm really scared about it. Everyone says that it was really bad, and I bought the copy of it, so like, what do I do now? But I haven't read it, so hopefully I like it. I don't know. It's They Both Die at the End. It says on September 5th, a little after midnight, Death Cast calls Mateo Torres and Rufus Emeterio to deliver some bad news. They're going to die in less than 24 hours. Mateo and Rufus are total strangers, but for different reasons. They're both looking to make a new friend on their end day. The good news is there's an app for that. It's called Last Friend, and through it, Rufus and Mateo meet up for one final epic adventure to live a lifetime in a single day. I mean, it sounds different from what I've usually read, but I picked it up at the time because it was so popular, and now it's just getting hate. I'm conflicted. I don't know what to do with it. I'm obviously still gonna read it, but like now I'm just scared. We'll see. I'll update you guys, obviously. Next book that I am so extremely excited to read, Serenading Heartbreak. I don't know why I'm so excited to read this one, but I remember Marcella was reading it. She told me it was a love triangle, which usually people don't like, and usually I don't like, but supposedly this is a really good love triangle where it's like you don't even know who to pick, so you don't know how she does it. But I was really excited about this one, that right after Marcella told me about it, I ordered it. I just haven't gotten a chance to read it yet because I've been wanting to read summer books, and this one looks sad. Serenading Heartbreak. The back says, my first love was my brother's best friend, a lead singer in their band, a picture of rugged perfection, and a drunk soulmate who couldn't commit. My second love was an arrogant baseball player, a player in every sense of the word, a smooth-talking, reliable best friend, and a chance at something beautiful and true. The problem with having a first and second love, that would be loving them at the same time. My story isn't some sexy triangle, it's exquisite agony. Fate gave me 2 men to love, but none of us knew which one I could keep. This sounds amazing. Like, I don't know why I'm drawn to it so much, but I'm so excited to read it. I'll probably do a read with me with this book too, because I'm doing it with the Summer of Broken Rules, but I also think I want to do it with this book too, because I'm so excited for it. Next book is Verity. I have only heard good about this book. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say this book was really bad. I've heard the plot twist in this book is crazy. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. The back says, Lowen Ashley is a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin when she accepts the job offer of a lifetime. Jeremy Crawford, husband of best-selling author Verity Crawford, has hired Lowen to complete the remaining books in a successful series his injured wife is unable to finish. Lowen arrives at the Crawford home ready to sort through years of Verity's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started. What Lowen doesn't expect to uncover in the chaotic office is an unfinished autobiography Verity never intended for anyone to read. Page after page of bone-chilling admissions, including Verity's recollection of the night her family was forever altered. Lowen decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing its contents could devastate the already grieving father. But as Lowen's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, she recognizes all the ways she could benefit if he were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make it impossible for him to continue loving her. Yeah. This sounds just crazy. Cause I'm pretty sure there's a romance in here, obviously with Lowen and Jeremy, but this just sounds mostly crazy, like less romance, more crazy, which I think I'm actually happy about, so I could start getting into other things like other than romance. These next two books I got an extremely long time ago. One of them at like a book fair, probably when I was in elementary, and another one in 8th grade. I was planning on reading it for a book. She told us pick any book you want, and I was gonna read it, but then I chose not to for some reason. This is the one I was gonna read in 8th grade. It's called Miami, It's Murder. I don't really know why I chose to get this book. Honest, I don't even think I could tell you what this book is about. I'm pretty sure, I think it tells me here. Now in Miami, It's Murder, Britt is back and the tough, charismatic Cuban-American reporter is investigating a series of bizarre deaths involving terminal sex, electrocution, and freshly poured concrete. With the dying detective as her friend and source, Britt probes the unsolved sex murder of a small girl which may implicate this rich and powerful front-runner in the governor's race. She also follows the trail of a terrifying serial rapist who ambushes career women in the restrooms of the gleaming downtowners that spike the Miami skyline. The quest takes her from the sterile and antiseptic police crime lab and its forensic experts into the dark heart of Santeria, a blood-fueled religion linked to spells, symbols, sacrifice, and this is so much. Like, that was just so much for me to read. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna read this because it's not that appealing to me, and I have a bunch of other books that I want to read. So I'm probably not gonna read this until realistically like next year, cause if you see my TBR list on my phone, you will understand why I won't read this until this time around next year, because it's impossible. Next book is Taking Off. Again, got this such a long time ago. I think I've read like 5 chapters and then I put it down and forget to read it, and so I just never finish it. But it's not even that long. There's really nothing exciting about this book. I'm gonna read the back. It says, now that it's senior year, so many decisions are looming over Annie Porter. Should she go to college? Should she stay in town to be with her boyfriend Mark? Is she even still in love with Mark or just too comfortable to break away? Just as the weight of these questions become unbearable, Annie meets Krista McAuliffe at a dinner party given by her friend's parents. Inspired by Krista's courage in training to be the first teacher in space, Annie decides to take charge of her own future, starting with a road trip to see the Space Shuttle Challenger's launch. Although her journey ends with a tragedy that will change her forever, Annie sees that only by having the courage to dream will she ever be free to fly. Again, not that appealing to me as the other books that I want to read, but I'm gonna read it eventually because obviously I can't just have this sitting up there and just not gonna read it. I will let you know whenever I read these 2 books that aren't that appealing to me. Alright, next, super quick, I am going to shout out all the books I have in my TBR list. I'm gonna skip the books that I literally just showed you guys because obviously we know that I want to read those. I have All Your Perfects, Thousand Boy Kisses, Regretting You, It Starts With Us. That book is from It Ends With Us. I already pre-ordered that, so it's gonna get here the day the book comes out, so I'm really excited for that. Then I have Layla, After the Game series, The Cheat Sheet, Eleanor and Gray, The Cruel Prince, Shatter Me series, Addicted to You series, Twisted series, Throttled, The Love Hypothesis, Confess, Hopeless, The Hating Game, Pack Up the Moon, The City of Ember. That one, The City of Ember and People of Sparks, that's a very like elementary school book, but I remember in elementary I loved it so much, so I'm curious to read about it. And I read only The City of Ember. I never read the second book, which is People of Sparks. And so just to bring back my elementary self, I want to reread City of Ember and read the second part to that book. Then Room Hey, Birthday Girl, Guide to Not Dating, Boys of Racial High, Alex Approximately, The Infinity Between Us, One of Us is Lying, Better Than the Movies, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and Sleep Kitten. Those are all the books that I have on my TBR. I'm telling you, way too much that these are on the last of the list. And if you know me, you know I'm not the slowest reader out there, but I am pretty slow. But if I really like the book, I'll get through it super quick. In general, I'm just a slow reader. So you see, I don't even know if I can finish all these books in a year. I'm sure some people could finish these books in like a month. However, I am not that person. But that is where I'm going to end this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you know when I post my next video. I'm gonna turn on my comments for this video. Let me know what books you want me to read, suggestions down below that you didn't hear in my TBR list, which is impossible because I'm pretty sure I have every single book ever written down on my list. But let me know what books you want me to read. Let me know what books out of these you want to read with me. Like I make a video, read this book with me, whatever. Let me know because I will do whatever book you want me to read with you. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.